Well, hello everyone, welcome back guys. Hope you all are doing well. This is Mohammad Badruddja and this video is going to be the part 2 of support machine. So we will start from where we left. So we already got a valid user account with its password, and then we logged into that account and the account name is support, and we found that there is one dangerous privilege that could be a cause to compromise the whole domain controller and the domain admin. So with this privilege, set machine account privilege, you can add a workstation to a domain, and this privilege is enabled, and usually a domain user can add up to 10 workstation to a domain controller. So we will see that in a minute, but after this I would like to um, run the bloodhound. So we can run the bloodhound in bunch of ways by uploading the sharphound.ps1, the PowerShell file, to collect all the data from the domain controller, and then we can download that zip file to our machine and we can upload it to the bloodhound. The second way, we can do the same thing by sharphound.exe, and the third way, which I love the most, is running bloodhound python, because in that case you don't need to actually upload any file on the domain. So let's go, and we will do that with bloodhound-python space -c for the collection method, which I'm going to use all collection methods, then space -d for the domain. So domain is going to be support.htb, and then space -u for the username. So username was support, and space -p for the password. Password is this, and space -dc for the domain controller. So domain controller was dc.support.htb. Make sure you already made that entry in the etc host file, which I already did. Space dns hyphen tcp. So the traffic, instead of udp, the traffic will flow on the tcp, following tcp protocol. Okay, and I think the last thing I would mention here, the name server. So 10.10.11.174. That's enough, I think. For now, that's okay. Hit enter. And here I'm going to start the neo4j service. So neo4j neo4j console, and here bloodhound space -- no sandbox. Come on. Oh, it's open. It should be sandbox, not sandbox, and I did the mistake here by writing sandbox spelling. Fine, but here if you see we get all the files from the bloodhound, and you can see here that the bloodhound found one domain and one forest, 2 computers, 21 users, 53 groups. There is no trust relationship. Okay, and if we come here, we see all these files generated by the bloodhound. So I'm going to copy it and creating new directory. Let's say bloodhound-support, and take all of these and put it in here. Okay, now come back to the bloodhound, and let's see the neo4j service is started or not. It's started. Okay, login. Fine, so there is nothing. Now I'm going to upload the files here. So to upload the file, go to desktop, htb, support, and bloodhound support, all these files. Control A, hit enter, and it will just take a moment to upload all these files. So now all files are uploaded, clear finish, every file is uploaded, just close this, come back here, go down and just refresh the database status. So we have the exact all the entries updated here. If not, so there are 21 users, 53 groups, 2 computer, 1 domain. So the first thing first, I'm going to see the node info of what we found or what we have. So we have only support user here, support at support.htb. Okay, and once you click on this, here you see the information about this user. Reachable high value targets too. So you can see this support user can PS remote to domain controller, and this domain controller is a member of domain controllers and desync with this domain support.htb. But this is not the way to get. You can log into domain controller, but your privileges will be the same as the normal support user. So we need to escalate our privilege so that maybe we get the domain admin user, or we can add any user as domain admin, or we can grab the password of administrator, something like this. Okay, there are too many ways, but the thing is it depends on what environment have the vulnerabilities. So this is the domain SID, this one. This is the date when this user is created. So first degree group membership, once you click on it. So as we can see here, the support user is a member of 3 groups: domain user, remote management user, and the shared support accounts group. Fine. So let's see, we can verify that here also. And as we can see here, the local group membership of this user, he's a member of support, he's a member of remote management user and shared support account and domain user. This is the local group membership, means the local group on the machine, and global group membership means the Active Directory groups. Okay, so by default, whenever you create a user in Active Directory, that user will be the member of domain users by default, and then it is added into the shared support account group also. Fine. So okay, now go again here, scroll down, and outbound object control, and here we found that group delegation object control. So click on it, and what you found here is interesting, because this support user is a member of shared support account, which is a group in the domain, and this group has generic all privilege to the domain controller, and we already know that this user has privilege to add the computers or workstations into the domain. So if we go to generic all, just hover your cursor or generic all, when you see this block is appear, right click on it and go to the help. Once you go to the help, you will find here the information, and this is why I love Bloodhound. So the member of the group shared support account have generic all privileges to the computer, which is domain controller. So this is also known as full control. This privilege allow the trustee to manipulate the target object however they wish. So that means as a member of this group, we have the generic all privilege, and with this privilege we can manipulate the object on the domain controller. So let's go and see the abuse information, and in abuse information we can see how we can exploit it. So step by step everything is written here. You can see the first thing here is if an attacker does not control an account with an SPN set, Kevin Robertson's PowerMad project can be used to add a new attacker controlled computer account. So to add a computer account, we need to have this PowerMat project. And if you go to the references, in the references, the last link is for that project. So I'm going to copy that, go to the Firefox and paste that, hit enter. Let's see. So scroll up. Okay, and from here, just copy this, come back here. So cd/opt and clear that, git clone and paste that, hit enter. So I already cloned this repository, so I already have it. If I say ls cd powermad and ls space -la, so we have this ps1, powermat ps1. Fine, we need to upload this file to the target. Next is, after uploading this PowerShell file on the target, we can add the machine, and then by using powerview.ps1 we can see whether the computer is added or not. And after adding the computer, we need to build the access control list, and by using the SID, because once any object on the domain has SID, okay, so we will grab the SID of that computer what we will add, and then by using that SID we will add the ACE, and then we will get the binary bytes. So here we get the binary bytes, and then after that binary bytes we are going to set this property. Okay, and after setting this property we can use rubius.exe to actually generate the service ticket. So there are a bunch of ways you can generate the service ticket, or you can grab the service ticket. You can use rubius.exe, and you can also use impacket. So let's see. To perform this attack successfully, we need three things to be confirmed first. So the first thing is, come here, okay, and horizontal. Now you can see this here, whatever command I'm going to execute. First of all, I need to upload the power view. So let's upload these two files. Upload opt and /power exploit. Inside power exploit we have recon directory, and inside recon directory you will find powerview.ps1. okay, and this is very good resource to actually enumerate the domain environment. Okay, and we need to upload this file on this path. Paste it here with the name powerview.ps1. okay, hit enter. Fine, that's uploaded. Now let's upload PowerMad. So PowerMad /powermat.ps1. Now here powermat.ps1. Hit enter. Okay, fine. Both of the files are already uploaded. If I say dir, so you can see all these files are here. Now the first thing we need to confirm how many workstations we can add. So git -domain, domain object, and then space -identity, and identity is going to be dc equals to support, comma dc equals to htb, and then space hyphen domain. So, and domain is going to be support.htb. Hit enter. Okay, because we did not import these modules here, and this command get domain object belongs to power view. So to import it, first of all, dot space dot backward slash and power view dot ps1. Okay, now the module is imported. Let's execute this command now, and as you can see, now the command is executed, and the property is msds machine account quota. So machine account quota is equal to 10, means we can add up to 10 workstation. Second important thing is the domain controller must be at least Windows Server 2012. So to verify that, we can get domain controller. So as you can see, the domain controller is installed on Windows Server 2022. That's perfect. And third, the very important point is mentioned here. If we come here, come down, so we will verify that this property must not be set. And to verify that, we again have to get net computer, and the computer name is DC on the domain controller, then select hyphen object hyphen property, and the property I'm going to choose name and this one. So copy that, Control C, come back here, paste it here. Fine, just hit enter, and as you can see, the name is domain controller DC, but this property is not set. Nothing is here. There is no bytes. Fine. So now this is confirmed that okay, we can go for this attack. Now we are going to exploit that. So the first thing to exploit it is to add the new machine. So first of all, I am going to write all the commands with me. And this command we are going to execute by importing powersmat.ps1. So copy that, come here, paste that. Okay, this is the workstation name what we are going to add. So this could be anything you want. So let's say Hellboy, and password you can define any password. Let's say 123456 or whatever you want. Okay, the second thing we need is to verify whether this computer is added or not, and we will grab the SID of that computer. So copy that and paste it here. Fine. So here you need to mention the name of the machine of the workstation what you added, and we added Hellboy. Fine. So this is the thing. Next, we need to build generic ACE with the attacker added computer, and we will grab the SID and get the binary bytes. So copy that. These are actually 3 commands. Okay. So SD new object security access control, raw security descriptor, and here as you can see the variable is defined where we put the SID of the computer we added, right? And then this SD variable is defined here, and it is going to take the binary length of it. Now after getting SD bytes, we need to set the property, this property which is not set up to now, and we will set this property with the SD bytes. So copy that and paste it here. Although there is one more thing, which is target computer. So target computer is DC, domain controller. So either we can define here, instead of this we can define like DC, or we can do one more thing. We can copy this, put here, and we can define here DC. So now we have a variable target computer which has DC value. So here it will be DC. Fine. And the last thing, it is using Rubius for the service ticket, but we will use impacket. Okay, everything is set. So let's go and we execute these commands. So copy that, come here and paste that. Fine, this is the command. Hit enter. Okay, this is not added because we did not import the PowerSmat. There, we just imported up to now Power View. We did not import PowerSmat. So POWER PowerMat.ps1. Now the module is added. Let's execute this command one more time. And this time, as you can see, machine account Hellboy is added. Now we need to see the SID. So to see the SID, we can execute this command, copy that, paste it here, hit enter, and this is the SID. So this is just to show you, but this SID is not set into this variable. So to set it into this variable, we need to execute this complete command, paste that. Now this SID will be set into this variable. Okay, now it's time to set the descriptor, security descriptor. So copy that and paste it here, hit enter. Okay, now let's get the SD bytes, copy that, paste here, hit enter. Okay, and last but not least, get the binary from the SD bytes. So paste it here. Now what we need is, we need to put the target computer into a variable target computer, and then we need to set the property which was empty before. So copy that and paste it here. This is the property name. Okay, now hit enter. Fine, the property is again set. Now if the property is set, and if you remember before, here we see the property was empty, right? Now if the property is set, we will see a different result. So I'm going to copy this command and scroll down, paste it here, hit enter, and this time you can see the bytes are here. So here you can see nothing, but here you find this is set. Now everything is ready to go for the service ticket. So let's go, and we will use the service ticket. We will generate the service ticket with impacket. Okay, so impacket get st for the service ticket, and then we have to specify the domain name support.htb slash the username, sorry, not the username, the machine name which we added. So we added machine name Hellboy and space -dc -ip, which is the domain controller. So dc.support.htb, and then we need to impersonate. So impersonate and impersonate administrator. Okay, space -spn. So the service principal, this service principal, you can use bunch of service. So the service ticket is used to access the domain service, any service in the domain. Okay, so the service could be many services could be there. It could be www service, it could be http service, it could be https service, it could be WinRM service, it could be SMB service, it could be CIFS service. Okay, so I'm going to take www or anything you want. So www/dc.support.htb, and last but not least, we are going to define, let's see one more time. I'm just going to be sure, impacket get st service ticket space -h. So we define SPN. We already try to impersonate to the administrator user as administrator user, and we define the domain controller IP or the FQDN. Okay, that's it. Hit enter. Hope for the best. It's going to ask you the password. Which password? The password you set for the workstation you add, machine account you add. This is the machine account. So this is the password for the machine account, and let's put here 1 2 3 4 5 6. Hit enter, and it is going to get the ticket, and the ticket is saved as admin.c cache. So if I do ls space -la, you can see administrator.cache is there. So export krb5 cname equals to administrator.c cache. Fine. So just hit enter, and now this ticket is in the session, and we can use psexec or smbexec to access the administrator account. So let's try with psexec. So impacket psexec, fine, support.htb slash administrator at dc.support.htb. So we are going to access administrator account on the domain controller. Okay, and we don't need password, so no pass, and space -k for the Kerberos. Let's see, clear impacket psexec space -h. So K to use the Kerberos authentication. We don't need now the password. So -no password means we don't need password, and we are using Kerberos authentication. Fine, everything is good. Just hit enter, finger cross, and we did a mistake. psexec it is actually just one dash, not two. Clear that. We specified here 2 dashes. Hit enter, and it's requesting, and wonderful, we are going to be successful, because as you can see here, it found that admin is a writable share. So if it is a writable share, it is going to write this file on it, uploading this file, and then it is going to extract the shell. So here we have a shell. Now let's say who am I, and we should be NT authority system. Wonderful. cd/users dir, and we have here administrator and LDAP user and support user. So let's go into the administrator /desktop directory, and there is root.txt. So that's it for this video. If you like the content, please like, subscribe, and share. Support this channel, and see you in the next video. Bye.